welcome to NBA Talk with Jordan Valdez. First things first, we got today's matchups. We got Marc Gasol versus Kevin Love and Channing Frye versus Matt Bonner. Let's start with our first matchup. Both matchups are big man matchups, so this should be interesting. Marc Gasol was so dominant in the first round of the playoffs when the Grizzlies took down the Spurs. He's that inside presence that the Grizzlies really, that is really necessary for the Grizzlies to have him. He was just excellent in the first round of the playoffs. Kevin Love, breakout year with Minnesota this year. He had more double-doubles than you can barely even count. He had a great season. He was so dominant in the paint. I'm going to give it to Kevin Love. Marc Gasol was great in the playoffs, but Kevin Love had too good a season for me not to give it to Kevin Love. Next matchup, two of the best three-point shooting big men in the league, Channing Frye and Matt Bonner. Channing Frye is the backup center for the Phoenix Suns. A great three-point shooter. He can also play power forward. Then you got Matt Bonner, who's the third-string center for the San Antonio Spurs, led the league in three-point field goal percentage this season. Just because of that, I'm going to give it to Matt Bonner. They're both great three-point shooters, but I just have to give it to Matt there. Next, we're going to discuss the OKC-Dallas game last night, in which Dallas won 100-96. OKC outscored the Mavericks in each of the first three quarters, but in the fourth quarter, the Mavericks outscored them by more than they outscored the Mavericks in all three of the first quarters, all 1, 2, 3 quarters combined, and the Mavericks went on to win 196. So the Mavs will be moving on to the NBA Finals to play the winner of the Heat-Bulls series. Now, the reason the Mavs are this far is because of one man. It is a team game, but one man has pushed them over the hump for this. Tyson Chandler. He is what the Mavs have needed. They have needed a big man. When they lost to the San Antonio Spurs in the first round of the playoffs and were eliminated as the second seed, I believe, in the Western Conference, it was because they lacked a big man. And Tyson Chandler has been just what they needed. He won a USA FIBA World Basketball Championship this year with Kevin Durant, and he is exactly what the Mavs have needed all this time. And Russell Westbrook had an outstanding night for the Thunder. He scored 31 points, brought down 8 rebounds, and had dished out 5 assists. Kevin Durant was also very good with 23 points, and James Harden came off the bench for 23 points as well. Here's an interesting stat. Every one of the OKC starters recorded one block each. And then Nick Collison came off the bench for 2 more blocks. OKC finished with 7 blocks in the night. Let's see, Dirk Nowitzki and Sean Marion were huge for the Mavericks. They each had 26 points. Tyson Chandler had 9 points and 9 rebounds for the Mavericks. Next, we're going to talk about the game tonight. Chicago and Miami. You can catch this at 8:30 on TNT tonight. 8:30 p.m. on TNT. The key to this game is if Chicago doesn't want to be eliminated, Miami has a 3-1 series lead. If Chicago wants to start off elimination and keep Miami from entering the finals, what they have to do is they have to go to their big men. That doesn't mean Carlos Boozer. That means their center position. That means Joakim Noah. He has not played great this series, and they need him because Miami is weak at the center position. They are very weak at the center position, and Chicago needs to exploit that and use Joakim Noah a lot. You can email your questions to NBATalk@inbox.com for a chance for them to be answered on a future webisode of NBA Talk. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.